Hello folks, and welcome back to Fallout 76. So as you can see here, I'm recording this the day that Steel Dawn released. It actually released early. This is the 24th of November. I was expecting at least another month for it to release. I'm not sure why they decided to release it early, but I'm sure by the time you're seeing this, it's been out for a while because just behind on videos. Anyhow, I am excited to get into this. I've done most of the other Wastelanders stuff except for the Beckett story so far, but we're gonna go straight into Steel Dawn here. It also released some things including the addition of underground shelters for your camp, so that should be interesting to check out. I'm assuming that there's gonna be some bugs because Bethesda is kind of one of those companies that shouldn't release things earlier than expected. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be pretty smooth. Playing literally about 10 minutes after the servers actually came back online. And I discovered that I don't think I really needed to do the Fort Defiance Brotherhood stuff before I did this, because apparently the Brotherhood is going to be set up at the Atlas Observatory. So here we go. Welcome to the neighborhood. Listen to the Brotherhood message.
Attention people of Appalachia. This is Paladin Romani of the Brotherhood of Steel, broadcasting from Fort Atlas. You are no longer facing the wasteland alone. The Brotherhood has returned. Our mission is to lead a better, safer life from the dangers left behind in the wake of the Great War. If you require aid, or if you wish to, find us at Fort Atlas. A new dawn is here for Appalachia. Join us in building the future. Romani out.
Sorry for the audio clutter there. Oh, just also a bit of a follow-up from a previous video I did. It was episode 10, I think, when I was in the Deep. There was actually some places down there I missed. I know that now because I was there on another character recently, and there was a little bit more to that place. So I'll go back there sometime here and show you what I missed. It's nothing too substantial, but, you know. So I've been to the Atlas Observatory before, a long time ago. I see everyone's there, that's nice. Probably gonna be pretty cluttered around the Brotherhood quest locations for the next few days. Always nice when you load in somewhere and things like this are going on. Wait a minute. There we go. Things are just melding into existence now.
Welcome to... Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
I already kind of know this. I'd like to speak to somebody in charge.
Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
Kind of already part of the Brotherhood, though. I mean, unofficially. Let's
Hey there. Something else I can help you with?
chat this guy up a little bit more. Sure, let's ask him about the Brotherhood.
Of course. What you want to know? The Brotherhood of Steel is a... well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California could tell you more, I'm sure.
Let's come back to this guy. I don't want to, like, clog this character up for other
Stay
people.
safe out there.
We'll come back to him. People are going to be, you know,
I used
doing
to work
stuff.
with the folks at Foundation.
We'll go to a interior
Hard
cell. It
workers.
should be personalized, so we won't be getting in other people's way. I remember this place used to just be full of robots. I find it kind of interesting how all the new factions they made it so you can fast travel to their locations for free, like the Crater and Foundation and now Brotherhood, but they put them all basically in the center of the map, which is kind of cool, because you can use them as go-betweens for fast traveling if you want to save some money.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still insecure, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin. If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Excuse me. Russell Dorsey sent me to talk to you.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
You seem pretty tightly wound, yeah. What are the Brotherhood doing here?
The specifics of our mission are not for discussion with civilians. We're here under orders from Elder Maxson. Stay out of our way, and we won't have any problems.
Why can't I tell him I'm already in the Brotherhood? I mean, maybe they don't count that. Dorsey thought I might be able to help out.
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting. But I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order?
A little bit corny here, but let's go with it. I can think of no greater honor than to join your noble Brotherhood. I don't think that's the right play. Let's just say I want to join the Brotherhood.
Wanting isn't enough. And not everyone who shows up looking to join our order is worthy of becoming an initiate. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
See, I already don't understand why you can't be like, I've been through Fort Defiance, I've done all the quests, I went through the glass cavern, here's the evidence. You know, I've already proved my worth. Sure, I can do that.
Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
Maybe they'll rectify that later, but I feel like they shouldn't totally disregard
I gave you a job to do. Unless you're done, get to it.
everything that we've already done for the Brotherhood, whether or not these guys were here. Anyways.
You better have something useful to say to me.
Actually, Knight Shin asked me to talk to you.
Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me?
Tell me what the problem is.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I'd go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
I'll let Knight Shin know everything. First, though, I had more questions.
All right. What else did you want?
Would you tell me more about yourself?
I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, I like to be left alone.
Are you sure they were Brotherhood?
Don't blow me off like I'm making this up. These people have a responsibility to fix this. They had the power armor, and they said they were Brotherhood. Sorry I didn't make sure to ask proof when they had me at gunpoint.
Would you really become a raider because of this?
Listen, I don't have much. But what's mine is mine. And these people took that from me. The Brotherhood pretends like they're noble, but then they let this happen? In their name? Raiders don't act like something they're not. And at least the gangs defend their own.
Alright.
Then tell them. And get them to do something about it.
I am a link in the chain that
Alright, well, let's go
Never forget the heroes of
downstairs.
Fort Defiance.
Hey. Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know,
About the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
Knight Shin sent me to speak to you.
Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot.
So I take it guns is what you're after.
Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
Yeah, you're definitely a raider, aren't you? I'll be sure to tell that to Knight Shin. I wanted to ask you some other things first.
Why not? Hit me.
Tally, you're not a raider, are you?
What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly.
Uh-huh. What's your story, Tally?
Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died ages ago, so it's just me and a few friends trying to make our way in the world. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping each other out. We're practically just kids. Had to grow up on our own. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those high-tech guns these Brotherhood have to scare off all the maniacs out there.
You're either extremely sarcastic or you're lying. Be honest with me, Tally. Why do you want those guns?
Hey, you calling me a liar? I mean, I already told you. My friends and I just need them for self-defense. We'll pay good caps.
Okay, then.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Something
Okay.
I can do for you. Well, now look at you. You with these Steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them.
Sort of. Knight Shin asked me to speak with you.
Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on them. Name's Artnap. So, what's this Knight fella sent you for?
I was asked to find out what you wanted from the Brotherhood.
A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these Steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these Steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair.
This place is...
Okay, I'll pass your offer to Knight Shin, but first I had some other questions.
I'm not going anywhere just yet. Shoot.
Tell me more about yourself.
Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another, all my life. My daddy before me, and so on. Set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Turned out, there's plenty of raiders fixing to take what ain't nailed down. Ain't much use bellyaching about it, but neither am I just gonna roll over and let some bullies take what's mine.
Isn't your farm in danger with you away?
Got seed in the ground right now. I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seeds, so I reckon it'll get by till I'm back.
Wouldn't turning over your crops be just as bad as them being taken?
Before they bombed the daylights out of everything, folks used to pay taxes in exchange for the government doing what it was supposed to do. Raiders will just take everything. This is a trade. Fair is fair, and a deal's a deal. I ain't care for people poking their noses into my business, but if a bushel or two to these Brotherhood keeps the raiders away, I can live with it.
Okay then.
Could be.
And last one. Huh.
Yes. Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers.
Actually, Knight Shin asked me to speak with you.
The severe gentleman in the power armor, yes? Dr. Edgar Blackburn at your service. And what did Knight Shin want to know?
No, not the guy in the power armor. He asked me to find out what you wanted from the Brotherhood.
I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own.
I'll mention that in my report. I had some other questions, though.
Very well. What did you wish to know?
Tell me more about yourself.
I am sure you have more interesting things to do than listen to a poorly socialized wasteland doctor talk about himself. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before the war, and had a brief career as a research scientist prior to the bombs dropping. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my research, such as it is. Now I focus on the health of the people of Appalachia. Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not that kind of doctor.
I wish I could exit and back up a little bit. I mean, I could, but can you tell me about your research?
It would be difficult to express it in layman's terms. No offense intended. In essence, I have been studying the illnesses of Appalachia. For too long, people have relied on folk remedies and makeshift medicines. The long-term effects of this environment are concerning. Just because the radiation is survivable does not mean it is safe.
Are you working with Foundation?
Their hygiene standards are better than the lot at Crater, but no. I prefer to work in solitude. One day, perhaps, my research will be of benefit to them and all the other people of Appalachia. Very well, then. Perhaps we can be of assistance to one another, should our paths cross again.
If I didn't know better, I would say that this guy was an Enclave scientist. He's just got that kind of creepy vibe to him. Let's see what Mr. Grumpy's got to say here.
Have you finished the task I gave you?
I've spoken to the petitioners. I'm ready to report.
Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Dr. Blackburn was looking for supplies for his research.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
He actually said other people seem to need you more. But we should say it would be good for everyone, or it could be good for everyone if you helped him.
Our job is to procure and protect technology, not fund civilian scientists in developing it. If the doctor's research proves dangerous, then the Brotherhood will take a very pointed interest. Until then, it is his problem. Next report.
This guy. This is really our first emissary to the Brotherhood. Art Knapp wants to trade a share of his crops for protection from raiders.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
It sounds like a fair deal to me. Or maybe we should say, shouldn't you help him regardless?
This is not a charity. As a civilian, you are free to play hero for everyone that comes to you with a sad tale. The Brotherhood, however, has a duty to its mission, and that does not include playing bodyguard.
So this guy's just gonna deny every single thing, right?
What's next?
So why did we even ask? Tally Lang wants to buy guns from you.
No. We are not arms dealers.
I didn't think so. I think she might actually be a raider.
There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman. But your vigilance is noted. Moving on.
Sean Hockman was robbed by people claiming to be the Brotherhood.
Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
Don't you want to find the people who did it?
There are countless brigands out there, civilian. It is not the job of the Brotherhood to hunt them down one by one for their crimes. I will say it bothers me to hear that someone is abusing the honor of the Brotherhood this way. But that does not change the facts. Mr. Hockman's problems are his own, not ours. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
I would love to talk to someone else. Are you really not going to help any of them?
What I am going to do is make the recommendations I see fit in my report to Paladin Romani. As the commanding officer, the final decisions will be hers. And your concern in the matter ends here.
Okay, I'll do that.
Be vigilant, outsider.
Yeah, I would much rather talk to someone else than this guy, because this guy just sucks. Okay. Now I did read online that after you completed Welcome to the Neighborhood, you could go onto the Atomic Shop to get the thing you need for your camp. So hold on.
This is a secure area.
Okay, anyways. Let's talk to Scribe Valdez. Hopefully she'll be nicer.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
I want to join up. Night Shin said you may need some help.
Oh, a prospective initiate. Night Shin sent you. And I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it?
Deal.
Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start?
New section of the facility, huh? Interesting. I'm ready to go.
Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
Always interested to see new additions to locations I've already been to.
Don't mind this clutter. Atlas is a work in progress.
Yeah, it's looking a whole lot different. Remember coming in here a few times a long time ago, and it was pretty uninteresting. There was a little bit of information in here, a little bit of lore, but mostly it was just robots and junk. Okay, so what do I have? If I didn't mention it, I'm level 132 now. You probably saw it, actually. But I was kind of messing around lately. Oh, here's the, cool. I heard there were some new guns added. I'm assuming we're not gonna get them yet. I'm just thinking, hold on. Oh yeah, by the way, I got a new 50 cal that has explosive ammo. It's completely awesome. All right, this is broken. Okay. All right.
A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined.
What do we have here? Atlas substructure. Ooh. Let's do it.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war.
Reading the schematic is a good first step in the problem-solving process.
Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
Okay, I'm sure it won't be full of killer robots that are a bit salty. Oh. Oh. What? I'm sorry. Oh. There we go. Oh, I'm sure any minute now. There's bugs, great. My favorite.
Back at it! Shit! We survived.
This must be Dr. Hammond. Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. Here's one.
Atlas Decommission Report number 2. Okay. Ion Focus. Our experiment with a compact ion focus has left it vulnerable to strong feedback during device initiation. It survived the test, but the design should be reconsidered before any future use is attempted. Induction coil. The induction coil suffers the same feedback susceptibility as the ion focus. Repeated usage causes significant variance in the flux distributions throughout the coil. Redesign of this device also needs consideration if it is to be used in any future trials, as the potential risk of frying the coil could require substantial capital and replacement parts. Core processing unit. While firmware updates have proven useful in troubleshooting important aspects of Atlas's operational capability, the sheer processing power required to execute the necessary commands requires a special order CPU. This CPU came at a great cost to the operation, and numerous computing breakdowns during trial runs led leadership to question its long-term stability as well. Full diagnostic report pending. Okay, that was actually the second one. Alright, let's see if we can find the first one. Not gotta worry too much about looting random stuff down here.
This
There's
looks
number
like
one.
what we need.
Oh, I forgot to... Hold on. Gotta do those daily challenges. Oh wow, there's a ton of them today. What the hell? It's all about shelters. Great. Decommission report number 1. Following the dismissal of Dr. Isaac Hammond, LTC Oberlin has tasked me with overseeing the shutdown of the Atlas project. This report outlines the state of the project as of its termination. While showing promise in its final trials, the project still has major stability issues and considerable effort would be required to create a consistently operational device. The working trials impacted the operation of several key components, including the miniaturized ion focus and primary induction coil. Also of concern was the enormous stress put on the coolant intake pumps and possible defects discovered in the release valves. So I read everything I found when I came down here in the past, before Wastelanders was out, and I don't really remember what I found. It's been a long time. It's not a place I'd come back to regularly, so. Alright, number 3. A single use of the Atlas device requires a huge intake of coolant to keep the machine operational. Pumping this coolant through the device during operation puts a worrying amount of stress on its pipes, pumps, and valves. Repeated usage testing has revealed signs of cracks and breakage throughout. Furthermore, the hasty construction of the machine has led to structural flaws that could lead to high pressure buildup in the intake points, which could have destructive results if not addressed. These flaws could have been averted with the careful design protocols, but the pressures of the war overrode these concerns. I would be remiss not to recommend an excess of caution when proceeding with future projects.
I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas Decommission Report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Oh, I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this.
Now that you've let this much slip, you may as well give me a full explanation.
I guess you're right. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood.
Thanks for filling me in.
I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups?
Got it. Let's go.
Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after.
Oh, I thought we were going further. Okay. Maybe we should do a diagnostics check first. I don't know. Let's do them in the order she said, huh?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I got this armor. Examine the wiring. The wiring
like
looks
we've got
shredded.
company.
Likely the work of resident critters. I hear a mole rat. Why did they burrow up through the concrete and the metal floor? Like, really? I was really expecting hostile robots, not bugs and mole rats. Should have brought a shotgun.
Close one.
Yeah, not really, but okay. Anyways. Diagnostics terminal.
That does it for the inspection. Let's talk.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus?
I don't remember what you said. Did it say defunct?
Oh, misaligned. Next, we have the release valve. That went... Well, what was your assessment?
Released pressure, so... okay.
Not okay. Explosive decompression is not what we're looking for. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were...
You were really gonna have me pay attention to this? Yeah, completely chewed through. The mole rats are the prime suspect.
Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well, so far.
Sorry, this game has conditioned me to not pay attention to things like that. I wasn't expecting a test.
Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you are in my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started?
Why the pressure gauge?
You saw what happened when we tested the release valve. I want to examine the stress on the gauge. That could tell us if all that built-up pressure was normal or an anomaly. Oh, and you may have to pry it off, but be careful about it when the time comes.
Tell me more about the core processor unit.
The brain of the machine. It's the component that coordinates all of the others. It should be slotted into a terminal somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract, but nothing you can't handle, I'm sure.
What do I need to know about the ion focus?
A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into a beam that the machine could fire to affect the weather. Somehow. Could take a bit of manual dexterity to pry loose without any damage.
All right.
I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
Well, let's see here. Gently unhook each tube and wire from the device and lift it out. See if that works. Okay. I thought it was going to be a skill check. I guess not. Pressure gauge. Okay, strength. Unscrew the screws to the rust and remove the gauge. That was a skill check. Because I didn't have enough for whatever the first one was. Power status. Power output is 150% above expected levels. Oh. Repair of conduit pathways. Yeah. CPU management. Intelligence 8. Execute full CPU removal protocol.
Oh, I thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core?
Sure. Inside the container is an induction coil with 2 thick wires attached. One red, one blue. A low hum and the sound of static surrounds the device, and the wires crackle. How will you go about extracting it? I don't know. Unhook both wires and slide the coil out.
What was that?
I don't know. Mysterious components. Gently lift it out of its container.
That doesn't sound good.
Ah, here's the robots. Oh. Yeah, that's the problem with using fusion cores as ammo.
Glad that's over with.
It's not over with. Luckily, these are all pretty low level. For me, anyways.
Close one.
Okay. Let's not spend too many fusion cores. Oh. Okay.
Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine?
They say ultrasight has unlimited potential.
The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy, but they condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
Okay, yeah, we might actually reread that stuff because I really don't remember it. I'm kind of curious. Like I said, it's been a long time. It's probably been, I mean, it's been like a couple years now, probably, since I've like read the lore down here. Anyways, well, let's go talk to the paladin here. I'll worry about my shelter and stuff some other time. I also really need to go fix a few weapons, because I don't want to be using that Gatling laser too much.
Is a step forward.
Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
What's with the twitching leg there? I was hoping to join the Brotherhood.
It takes more than hope to join the Brotherhood. Knight Shin has spoken in your favor, but you'd also need Scribe Valdez's approval for me to consider your candidacy.
Scribe Valdez wrote me a letter of recommendation.
Well, between this and the report I have from Knight Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
I would like to join if you'll have me.
With the recommendations of Knight Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
I'm not gonna pry him for an extra reward right now. Where is this nest?
We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
Ah, okay. I just went past there the other day and I saw a note about people were about to show back up and to not mess with anything. I thought that was kind of curious. Okay, I think I have everything I need.
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
I still think it's a little ridiculous that there's no dialogue tree where you're like, I've been to Fort Defiance, I've learned everything about the Brotherhood, and I went and found them, and I did all the Brotherhood stuff. It's like it never even happened. It's like they don't care at all. Like I said, maybe they'll rectify that, but I think that's a little bit of an oversight. You shouldn't make, you know, large parts of the game appear like they didn't happen. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. I do need to go back to my camp and try to fix some stuff. Okay, I was just reading the update notes. I gotta go to a train station and read. I gotta do a quest called Home Expansion. My mistake. Whoops. Yeah, no wonder. Let me go find that real fast. So we're looking for a poster. Here we go. Oh, I didn't want to take that now. Shelters Claim Center poster. Visit the Appalachian Shelters Claim Center today. The home of the future awaits. Really, they put it at the entrance of Vault 51, the nuclear winter vault. I've been up here before. I actually haven't put it on video, but I haven't played Nuclear Winter either, but Vault 51 is kind of where you start or something, from what I understand. There's actually a really interesting story connected to it, but anyways, you can still get there on the main world map, but the entrance, at least last time I was there, was blocked with rocks, but there's no map marker for it, unfortunately. Hoping one day they open that up to those of us that don't want to play Battle Royale game mode so that we can go in there and get the story. There's a few other vaults they haven't opened up yet, too. Vault 94 is one of the places daily ops take place, but there is other ones. Oh, wait a minute. It's, the map marker is showing that it's an interior. Could they have actually opened? There's actually a map marker for it now, too. Interesting. I was just recently up here prodding, poking around trying to see if there was some way inside, which there wasn't at the time, plus there was no map marker. Is it still blocked? Oh, yeah, the entrance is still blocked, but what's this? Okay, this is new. Interesting. So, kind of looks like part of Vault 51, but it's not. Hi.
Oh, a visitor. Oh, I thought this day would never come. I haven't had a visitor in ages. Welcome to the Appalachian Shelters Claim Center, visitor. I'm called Mr. Clark. It's my job to help eager new customers such as yourself take your first step into the miraculous world of shelters. Oh, cursory analysis suggests you are likely here to... Goodness, forgive my tone. I'm experiencing some memory issues. As I was saying, a bright-eyed visitor like yourself must be here to claim your free shelter today. Is that right?
Yes, I'm here for a shelter.
Splendid! Oh, before I can distribute your shelter to you, you'll need to register as a shelter owner. The terminal in the back will guide you through it. Once you've finished registering, return to me, and I'll distribute your free shelter to you.
Okay. Sure thing. Is this kind of an example of what they look like? Because if so, that's cool. I know that there's going to be multiple sections for these, and there's only like one available right now because they released it early. Shelters Information Hub. Oh my goodness. Okay, basic information. Shelters are expansions for your camp that come ready to be customized. They are the perfect sanctuary for industrious architects and those who want a little peace and quiet from the dangers of Appalachia. Whether you're interested in building gravity-defying structures with our relaxed workshop restrictions, decorating your new home with the finest furniture Appalachia has to offer, or rigging up maniacal mazes full of traps to stave off home invaders, Shelters has something for you. Building in shelters. Building in shelters will feel a bit different than building in Appalachia. In order to give our customers total control over the shelters, we've chosen to alter some workshop restrictions. You can take advantage of relaxed snapping and support restrictions to build mind-bending structures or discard gravity altogether and place items in midair. So it's kind of like the Place Everywhere mod in Fallout 4. For those seeking a more traditional building experience, snapping rules can be enabled at any time in the workshop. Okay. Please note that some categories like food, water, allies, and resources are currently unavailable. Yeah, kind of figured something like that. Shelter entrances. When you first register as a shelter owner, you'll receive your first shelter entrance. It can be placed in your camp and used to access your new home. Each shelter you own comes with an entrance. You can place multiple entrances to any of your shelters. Shelter entrances can be placed in your Appalachian camp or inside other shelters to create a daisy chain effect. You can lock your shelter entrances for privacy while building or leave them unlocked for visitors. Please note that locked shelter entrances can be picked. The Shelters Claim Center accepts no responsibility, blah blah. Socializing in shelters. We at the Shelters Claim Center understand your desire to entertain in your new home. Shelters have no maximum occupancy limit. Invite as many friends and neighbors as you'd like to pop in for a visit. They can even stop by while you're out for a stroll in Appalachia. So long as you have a shelter entrance in your camp, visitors can enter it and explore. Okay. It's just, I don't really need to read all this, do I? Dweller on dweller violence. You can engage in combat with other dwellers while inside a shelter. If you attack someone inside a shelter and then return to Appalachia, you will retain your hostile status. Okay, I gotcha. Find your friends. Teamwork, yeah, no thanks. Exiting a shelter. Built an exit to return to the surface. If you get stuck inside your shelter, you can exit using the map. Okay, gotcha. Owner registration system. Welcome to the shelter owner register. Okay, register new owner. Okay. What's this other stuff? Ruben's notes, password required. Okay, communications logs. Given a little bit of backstory to this actual location, apparently, test 2, 2102. Can you hear me now? Network unreachable. Vault 51 internal network is unavailable. Test 1. Can you hear me in there? So these guys in this shelter claim center were trying to contact Vault 51, huh? Moving on. We can't stay here. It's getting bitterly cold and we've been having bad luck finding food. This will be the last message on my claim center network. On the claim center network. If you see this, come find us. Our names are Jameson Grillo and Aaron Brady. We're gonna follow the Potomac south, hopefully towards a warmer climate. I feel bad about leaving Mr. Clark, but he refuses to desert his post. I hope the poor guy won't turn into rust waiting for customers who aren't coming. See you out there. Trying again. Our bot says the network's still operational, but it's been radio silence since last month. Appalachia's toast. We haven't seen any signs of life in weeks. I'm not sure how much longer we can hang on here. We've tried to find a way into Vault 51, but it's locked up tight. Even its communication network is inaccessible from the outside. I still haven't heard from my family. At this point, I guess it's pretty obvious why not. If anyone is out there, I hope you've had better luck. Anyone out there? Anyone left on the network? This is Jameson at the Appalachia Claim Center. Something crazy happened here, some kind of attack. I can't get in touch with my family or any of the office landlines. Please tell me someone's out there to get this. Me and another engineer are down here with our Claim Center's bot. We're going to stay inside as long as we can, at least until the phones are up and running again. Hopefully this will all blow over soon. Sales pitch, sure. Now that the system's functional, we need to iron out our sales pitch. Marketing likes shelter is the home of the future. We're having posters made to advertise. Make sure Harold's bot learns the phrase too, since it'll be interacting with customers. A couple of the guys from management will be making the trek out there to see the Claim Center soon. Just hang tight for now and make sure the bot's keeping the place clean. So these are like backwards, kind of. Okay, anyways, now that we've got the reasons for what this place is.
It looks like you've successfully registered as a shelter owner. Congratulations, visitor. A marvelous new world of home expansion awaits. I'll distribute your free shelter to you, along with some materials to build your shelter's entrance, as a personal thank you for being my customer. Before we part ways, visitor, is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you know the password to access Mr. Gill's notes on the terminal?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Gill was quite paranoid about things like that. He kept his effects in a locked safe and always carried the key on him. If he wrote down the password, he likely locked it in there.
Okay, nothing else I need to know.
Then allow me to extend a warm Shelter's Claim Center farewell to you, along with my thanks for being my first customer. Enjoy your new home, visitor.
Okay then, finding the key. Why do I have another interior marker here? Kind of strange. I don't see any other way to go in here. Okay, well, let's go for now. I was curious where this marker for find the key is. Huh, oh, it made use of the isolated cabin, interesting. We'll worry about that later. For now, I'm gonna go over to my camp and do a relatively quick look at this because I do want to get back to the Brotherhood quests here. I would like to at least become a full member before we stop the episode. So like I said in the patch notes, apparently we only have one section of the shelters available to us right now. Another is coming soon, I think, unless you had pay for Fallout first, which is typical and irritating. And then I guess some other section we'll be able to get through the Atom Shop, which I also find kind of irritating if we actually have to pay for it. So I was pretty much already at my build limit, or, you know, settlement camp budget before here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
I just can't shake these nightmares.
Oh no, I need steel and I don't have any. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go steel farming. I might not be able to do all this right now. We'll at least get the entrance up. I might have to work on this on my own time. Where the hell is the entrance? There we go, shelters. Okay. Where do we put it? Let's just put it out front. Who cares? I don't really care if other people want to go in there. Well, so much for all my steel. That's why I can't repair anything. Well, let's see. Vault utility room entrance. Disabled pacifist mode. I didn't disable pacifist mode, but apparently you have to going into these. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. This is actually a good start. I was thinking, maybe I'm just being cynical, but I thought it was just going to be this part, and that was it. Alright, we got a good chunk of space to start with. I mean, I can't really build anything here because I don't really have any steel. I'm gonna have to go get some and put a bed, I guess. Let me just think about layout for a second. I mean, I could just go kill some things real fast and go get some steel real quick. Let's just put the bed like right here for now, wherever the middle is. What else can I make? You're really restricted when you don't have steel. Right? Power armor station over here. I don't have enough stuff. I see, we have a vault power bank. Didn't I already see one of those? Isn't that what this is? No. Great. So we're gonna just be on emergency lighting in here for the moment. Put a campfire inside, that seems safe. Not gonna lie, I'm just trying to build a few things to, oh cool. Welcome, Matt. To finish this daily challenge real quick. There. Don't mind this, just finishing dailies. So yeah, okay, I'm pretty limited right now. I'm gonna have to go, you know, kill a bunch of things, scrap a bunch of guns. So we'll have to worry about this some other time. We'll probably work on it a little bit in each episode while I'm checking out the Brotherhood stuff. But yeah, you get the idea. One of the things I despise so much in this game is going and hunting for springs, because it just amounts to going after a ton of clipboards. Anyways, let's go. Alright, well, let's go to Lewis and Sons. After I'm done with this episode here, I'll go and grab a bunch of springs and scrap, and next episode we'll get a little more in depth with building up the shelter, or I'll do it on my own and just show you what I've done. Aha! Took the boards off of it. Last time I was here, this was all boarded up.
Whoa, whoa there. Mom, Dad!
Who do you think you are barging in here? George?
Hold it, stranger. No funny moves.
Don't shoot. I'm with the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood? Again?
Oh, man. Cool! Haha! I told you they'd be back, Colin.
Lower the gun, George. All right. Why don't you come over here and we'll try to do this like civilized folk.
Oh, there you are.
Now you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam. This is my husband, George. Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in here, and maybe we can all be friendly when you're done.
The Brotherhood of Steel sent me to ask about the ghoul attacks in the area.
Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls?
Paladin Romani sent me to find out if you knew where the ghoul attacks are coming from.
Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks have been from folks traveling the highway to Flatwoods. They come out of the hills, northwest of the old creamery.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. You gonna wipe them out when you find them?
Man, they're really making you use charisma to pry, like as a substitute for barter, basically, to pry things out of people. The plan's to clear the place out entirely.
Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor. That's for sure.
Safe roads mean safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely be making friends if you pull this off.
We don't need to know this. I wanted to ask you some other questions.
All right, then.
You boys both want to join the Brotherhood?
Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power armor, they are the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp like you.
I can pay you to get these two out of my hair.
George!
I'm just kidding. You boys know we love you.
Let's come back to this. I had some other questions.
Fine by me.
Don't really feel like recruiting right now. I'm not even a part yet. Is it just the four of you here?
Me, George, and the boys. Marty's the overeager one. Colin's the quiet one. I hope I don't need to remind you, we're not defenseless.
There's also the robots outside, of course. I got them helping with the chores.
Nerd. Boys, knock it off.
So, us, the robots, and the dogs, I guess. And enough firepower to discourage pests.
How's the farm doing?
Well, we're getting to be self-sufficient soon. Greenhouse is getting there. George wants to restore the house, but we're fine in here.
The boys are gonna want rooms of their own, dear. Don't act like you wouldn't mind being away from this snoring.
We've got other work needs doing first. Lord, if I can put up with your snoring for 20 years, I can surely deal with them.
Alright, I got everything I need, thank you. I should get going.
Just try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair trigger with that shotgun.
I don't think you would do a whole lot to me. Okay, well, let's not recruit them right now. Like I said, we're not even part of the Brotherhood. It's not our place to be trying to recruit people. I mean, we are. I went through the Brotherhood quest lines. It's still bothering me. It's still bugging me that nothing about Fort Defiance has been brought up yet. That should have been like an entry dialogue right there. Like, yeah, I know all about the Brotherhood. I've gone through Fort Defiance. You get the idea. Orwell Orchards. Another place I've been before. It was just robots last time I was there. Okay. Locate the source.
You have been selected to be composted.
Not today. I know there's always ghouls over at the creamery. I'm not sure why we're over here. Not seeing much in the way of source of ghoul attacks. I don't recall these things being hostile before. I think that's a new development. Aha. Bomb shelter. Okay. I was just expecting a little tiny basement. This is actually kind of cool. Oh. There's a bunch of ghouls in here. Alright. Regardless of if it uses my fusion cores, let's use this thing for a bit. Wow, this must have cost a lot of money. Look at this place. Let's look around and see if there's any, lore in here. Bring it on. Wow. Not too much damage, are they? Okay. Thinned him out a little bit. How many people were living in this damn place? Holy hell. Orwell's must have been a big family. Oh man. So there. Taking that. Alright, you're gonna have to look for a way around. Probably just the other direction. Back here. Yep. All right. Got it. Okay, now we can go back. But let's take a look around here real fast. Not leave so quick. Too unique of a location to just immediately leave. For any notes like that. Ah, I see. What do we have here? Gotta be a way to open that. Doesn't look like there's really anything in there, but... Okay. Yeah, nothing really interesting yet. Might not be anything down here interesting. Just trying to be thorough. Might be just one of those places that's visually interesting. Still wondering about that door. Fallout shelter with a swimming pool. Must be nice. Oh, we got a break in the wall here. I didn't see that. Okay, try the terminal. Skill magazine. Lucky hits. West Virginia lottery. Okay. Ian Orwell's terminal. 2077, 11:15, just a little after the bombs. If Cheryl only knew how far into debt I had gone building this place, she would have killed me. Looks like it paid off in the long run, though. She knew the bank denied our last loan, but didn't know exactly why. I'd like to see the bank try to get their money back now. There was no saving the orchard anyway. We hadn't been profitable in years, and that was before the moths. That's not the worst of it. Right before the bombs dropped, we found out we won the goddamn lottery. The rep was supposed to show up next month, but I guess that's not happening now. Too bad. We could use the extra cash as extra toilet paper. Merry Christmas. Been a little over a month since we took shelter. We're doing all right. Supplies are good and all the equipment's running smoothly. Cheryl has pretty much gotten over me not telling her about this place. I surprised her this morning with the crib I got before everything went to hell. She was pretty excited. I still don't know how she didn't manage to find it. She always talked about how much she wanted a kid, but the orchard was always our priority. Well, since we have plenty of time now, I think it'll be nice to have some new life down here. It's been about 5 months. Still no luck on the baby front, not for lack of trying. I'm starting to think the radiation from above is beginning to leak down here. We're still good on supplies for at least another year. It's been hard trying to stay on top of all the repairs. The pool pump broke last week, the fusion generator a few days before that. One of the projectors is shot, and I think the heater is beginning to go. As long as we stay on top of the repairs, we should be fine. It's September now, I think. We lost track of what day it was a few months ago. The leaves in that orchard are probably starting to turn. That was always my favorite time of the year. Damn near everything has stopped working. We're down to just the essentials: air, water, and food. Got plenty of books to read though, and my putting game has never been better. Haven't been feeling too well these last couple months. My hair has been falling out, and I'm having trouble keeping on any weight. Cheryl says we need to find help because this place is making me sick. We'll be fine. I'm not ready to leave yet. Now, you definitely had a radiation leak. Still feeling like crap. Mind is fogged. Hard to focus, hard to type. But we're safe down here. I made sure of that. Cheryl doesn't understand the sacrifice. Months of preparation, all for her. Her and that baby will never have. She wants to leave. She can't leave. I won't let her. And, it still doesn't explain to me why there's so many ghouls down here. there was just 2 of them. Like, obviously they all turned, but what about all these other ghouls? How the hell did they get down here? Maybe they burrowed in through a break in the wall? That just seems weird, I don't know. Okay, well, we unlocked this door, let's see. Hello. All I wanted was to get him some help, and he trapped me in here like some sort of animal. I was able to repair the button that opens the door while he was asleep. He has the only key out of this godforsaken place. Tomorrow when I hear the shower, I'll take my chances. If anyone's reading this, please know I had no other choice. Ian, I'm sorry. I know this isn't you anymore. Please know that I still love you, Cheryl. Alright, well, let's go back and talk to the Paladin. I guess I missed my opportunity to recruit those guys, but like I said, it just didn't seem like my place. Maybe I can tell the Paladin about the 2 guys that wanted to join.
Do I need to call a seminar on this?
Welcome back. Have you completed your assigned mission, candidate?
I located the nest in a bunker under the Orwell orchards and wiped them out.
Good work. One less pocket of monsters in the area, and a clear sign to the locals that we're on their side. You've risen to the challenges set before you, and proven your worth to myself, Knight Shin, and Scribe Valdez. I hereby confer on you the status of Probationary Initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
Okay. So now we're officially a member. Cool. Initiate. I still feel like I should have a higher rank than that. New quest. Help with the retreat for Paladin Ramadi. Alright, well, I don't know how long this video has turned out so far in edited form, but I've been recording for over 2 hours at this point, so yeah, I think we'll stop this here, and then next time we'll carry on with the storyline, and I'll see what kind of side missions I can pick up, and hopefully we'll be able to build some more onto our shelter. But yeah, that'll do it for now, so see you guys next time. Take it easy.